Hello and welcome to Smart Reads in Minutes, where we break down the most powerful books into bite-sized summaries. Today we're diving into The Almanack of Naval Ravikant by Eric Jorgenson, a modern guide to building wealth, achieving happiness, and living with clarity. This book isn't about shortcuts or get-rich-quick schemes. Instead, it distills the wisdom of entrepreneur and investor Naval Ravikant, offering timeless principles on creating financial freedom and inner peace. Naval believes that both wealth and happiness are skills that can be learned. He emphasizes leverage, accountability, and specific knowledge as the keys to financial success, urging us to move beyond trading time for money and instead build scalable systems. But true success isn't just about money, it's also about cultivating happiness, which Naval sees as a choice that requires presence, peace, and self-awareness. Let's get started. Part 1. Building Wealth. Naval challenges the conventional wisdom that hard work alone leads to wealth. He posits that making money is a skill, a learnable craft, rather than a mere consequence of labor. The common misconception is that simply putting in long hours guarantees financial success. Naval argues that true wealth stems from a deep understanding of leverage, a commitment to long-term strategies, and the ability to build systems that generate income passively, even while one sleeps. He distinguishes between money and wealth, defining money as a tool for value exchange and wealth as a collection of assets that generate continuous income, such as businesses, investments, or intellectual property. True wealth creation, he emphasizes, isn't about chasing fleeting profits or trading time for wages. It's about strategically applying leverage to amplify one's efforts. While hard work is essential, it must be strategically directed. Success isn't solely about exertion. It's about discerning what to work on, with whom to collaborate, and the optimal timing for action. This involves identifying and developing assets that possess scalability, capable of generating value for a large audience. It's about creating systems, not just performing tasks. Understand how wealth is created. Naval emphasizes that wealth creation is fundamentally linked to providing value to society in a scalable manner. The truly successful don't simply sell their time. They own equity in businesses or possess intellectual property that appreciates over time. He contrasts status games, where individuals compete for social recognition, with wealth creation games, where the focus is on building and owning assets. Status games, he argues, are a zero-sum game, where one person's gain is another's loss. Wealth creation, on the other hand, is a positive-sum game where everyone can benefit. He advises seeking out industries where one can create value in areas that are currently undervalued or unrecognized. The internet has dramatically expanded the potential for wealth creation, enabling individuals to reach a global market with digital products, media, and software. Naval encourages pursuing creative and scalable income streams rather than relying on traditional employment, where income is directly correlated with hours worked. He cautions against the belief that ethical wealth creation is an oxymoron. Many harbor a negative view of wealth, associating it with exploitation. However, Naval argues that ethical wealth creation actually benefits society by providing valuable goods, services, or innovations. He suggests that those who harbor resentment towards wealth often subconsciously repel it from their own lives. True wealth creation, he argues, is about creating value for others, not extracting it. Find and build specific knowledge. Naval defines specific knowledge as the unique synthesis of skills, experiences, and talents that are difficult to teach or outsource. This contrasts with generic knowledge, which is readily available through education and applicable by anyone. Specific knowledge is deeply personal, often cultivated through curiosity, passionate interest, and real-world experience. It's the kind of knowledge that allows you to see things others can't. He recommends examining one's natural inclinations and areas of expertise, as specific knowledge often resides within these domains. This could range from a deep understanding of a niche market to exceptional communication abilities or an innate aptitude for technology. Specific knowledge often feels like play to the individual who possesses it, yet appears as work to others. It's not easily automated or replicated through training, making it highly valuable in the marketplace. Naval advises against blindly following trends or selecting careers based solely on current market demand. Instead, he urges individuals to pursue their genuine interests and strive to become world-class in their chosen field. He believes that true mastery arises from continuous learning and deep engagement with a domain that aligns with one's natural talents and passions. He further emphasizes that specific knowledge is frequently acquired through apprenticeships, hands-on experience, and trial and error, rather than formal education. It's about identifying and nurturing unique skills that provide leverage in the pursuit of wealth creation. It's about finding your unique contribution to the world. Play long-term games with long-term people. Naval stresses the crucial role of long-term thinking in both business and personal relationships. A short-term focus drives individuals to chase immediate gratification, often leading to unstable and unsustainable success. He advocates for cultivating long-term partnerships and concentrating on the compounding effects of consistent effort over time. The most successful, he observes, consistently collaborate with the same trusted partners, building strong reputations and deep relationships that unlock larger and more significant opportunities. Long-term relationships with individuals of high integrity foster trust, minimize misunderstandings, and facilitate better decision-making. Naval points out that the principle of compound interest applies not just to finances, but to all aspects of life: skills, relationships, and reputation. Consistent investment in acquiring valuable skills and nurturing strong relationships over decades yields exponential returns. However, many people prematurely abandon their efforts or prioritize immediate rewards, preventing them from realizing the benefits of compounding. In business, he advises aligning with individuals who possess high intelligence, abundant energy, and unwavering integrity. These qualities are essential for a valuable long-term partnership. Associating with short-sighted or untrustworthy individuals can be disastrous, as they often prioritize personal gain over collective success. By carefully selecting partners and committing to a long-term perspective, individuals can achieve wealth that is stable, ethical, and fulfilling. It's about building a network of trusted individuals who share a similar vision and are committed to mutual success. Taking on accountability. Naval emphasizes accountability as a cornerstone of wealth creation. He argues that those who embrace responsibility are more likely to achieve significant financial success. This is because society rewards individuals who are willing to take ownership of risks and outcomes. However, accountability also necessitates accepting the possibility of public failure, a prospect that deters many. In contemporary society, the consequences of failure are considerably less severe than in previous eras. Historically, financial loss or business failure could lead to imprisonment or even death. Today, failure is primarily reputational and temporary, making it a risk worth taking. Naval encourages individuals to attach their names to their work, own their decisions, and accept the ensuing consequences, both positive and negative. Leaders, entrepreneurs, and innovators who demonstrate a willingness to stand behind their choices often garner public trust, which translates into both financial and social rewards. A prime example of accountability is the entrepreneur who builds a company under their own name. This act signals confidence and invites both trust and scrutiny. This level of accountability creates leverage. Success amplifies their reputation, opening doors to further opportunities. Naval asserts that those who avoid responsibility will inevitably work for those who embrace it. It's about stepping into the arena, owning the outcome, and building a reputation for reliability. building or buying equity in a business. Naval argues that true financial freedom comes from owning equity, whether in a company, intellectual property, or investments. Those who solely work for wages, regardless of their salary, are perpetually trading time for money. The critical distinction between wealth and a high income lies in the generation of passive income. Wealth generates returns through ownership, while wages are contingent on continuous labor. Equity can be acquired through various avenues. Starting a business, investing in a company, or being an early employee offered stock options. Naval advises against relying solely on salaries, as they are inherently limited in scalability. To break free from the cycle of working for money, individuals must find ways to own a share of an appreciating asset. He emphasizes the importance of moving beyond the linear model of income generation, where payment is directly tied to hours worked. Wealth creation, he explains, is nonlinear. The most successful leverage businesses, investments, or technology to generate income passively. He urges a shift in mindset from earning wages to accumulating assets that appreciate over time. It's about building a portfolio of income-generating assets rather than simply selling your time. Finding a position of leverage. Leverage is a force multiplier in wealth creation. Naval identifies three primary forms of leverage: labor, capital, and media/code. Labor leverage involves managing people, but it can be complex and inefficient. Capital leverage uses money to generate more wealth, such as through investments in startups or stocks. However, the most potent forms of modern leverage are media and code, as they require no direct permission and can scale infinitely. Technology has democratized the creation of scalable products. Writing code, producing content, or developing digital tools allows a single individual to reach millions with minimal effort. Unlike traditional businesses that depend on hiring employees or securing substantial capital, media and software can generate significant wealth with relatively low overhead. Naval encourages positioning oneself to benefit from leverage. Rather than solely relying on effort, the focus should be on building systems, automating processes, or using technology to amplify impact. He emphasizes that those who understand and effectively utilize leverage are the ones who achieve disproportionate success. It's about working smarter, not just harder, by leveraging the power of technology and scalable systems. Getting paid for your judgment. Another fundamental principle of wealth building is being compensated for sound judgment, not just labor. Naval points out that those paid solely for their time are easily replaceable. Conversely, those who make value-creating decisions, such as investors, CEOs, and top strategists, are compensated based on the quality of their thinking, not their hours worked. Good judgment, according to Naval, stems from experience, continuous learning, and the ability to make sound decisions under conditions of uncertainty. Those who consistently make high-value decisions are always in demand, regardless of industry. Instead of focusing on completing more tasks or working longer hours, he advises cultivating a strong ability to analyze situations, understand trends, and make strategic choices. This principle is also linked to leverage. When someone's judgment is trusted, they can influence substantial amounts of money, people, or technology with minimal personal effort. By refining decision-making skills and embracing responsibility, individuals can transition from being paid for their time to being paid for their expertise. It's about developing the ability to make high-impact decisions that generate significant value. Prioritizing and focusing. Naval emphasizes focus as a critical skill for achieving wealth and success. Many people spread their efforts too thin, pursuing multiple opportunities simultaneously, which leads to mediocre results. He recommends selecting a few high-impact areas and dedicating full attention to them. A key trait of successful individuals is their ability to decline distractions. The world is replete with options, but not all are worth pursuing. Those who can filter out the noise and concentrate on the most valuable opportunities tend to achieve greater success. Naval adheres to this philosophy, often eliminating unnecessary commitments and only engaging in projects aligned with his long-term vision. He also advises focusing on unique strengths rather than attempting to excel in everything. Instead of chasing short-term trends, individuals should concentrate on their natural talents and areas where they can provide maximum value. By doing so, they can optimize efficiency and impact, leading to both financial success and personal fulfillment. It's about identifying your core competencies and focusing your energy on developing them to their fullest potential. It's about saying no to the good to say yes to the great. Finding work that feels like play. Naval emphasizes the importance of aligning work with natural interests and talents, transforming it into a joyful pursuit akin to play. He argues that true wealth isn't built through gritted teeth in disliked jobs for mere financial security. Instead, it arises from mastering a skill that resonates deeply with one's being, making the process feel effortless. When work is genuinely enjoyed, natural proficiency develops, leading to excellence and outperforming those who merely endure. Passion fuels expertise, which in turn creates leverage, ultimately leading to financial independence. Naval advises against career choices based on societal pressures or short-term gains. He encourages exploration of innate inclinations, arguing that a job that feels like a constant struggle indicates either a mismatch in field or a lack of leverage. Successful individuals, he observes, often find joy in their work, making competition difficult for those who are solely motivated by monetary reward. Finding work that feels like play isn't about shirking effort. It's about channeling effort towards endeavors that provide both joy and financial returns. It's about finding that intersection of passion and purpose. How to get lucky. Naval challenges the notion of luck as purely random, identifying 4 types and suggesting that individuals can actively create conditions for good fortune. Blind luck, the first type, is purely chance, like winning the lottery. It's uncontrollable and unreliable. Luck through motion, the second type, arises from action and exposure to opportunities. Hard work, networking, and trying new things increase the likelihood of encountering lucky breaks. The more active and engaged one is, the higher the chances of serendipitous encounters. Luck through preparation, the third type, stems from deep expertise, enabling recognition and capitalization on opportunities that others miss. Specialized skills and continuous learning allow individuals to spot trends and hidden possibilities. The fourth type, luck through reputation and uniqueness, occurs when opportunities seek out an individual due to their personal brand, credibility, or unique skills. Developing rare expertise or becoming known for valuable contributions attracts opportunities directly, eliminating the need for active searching. Naval emphasizes cultivating conditions for success through hard work, specialized skill development, and building a strong reputation, transforming luck from a random force into something influenceable. It's about creating your own luck through preparation, action, and building a strong reputation. Be patient. Patience is fundamental to Naval's philosophy of wealth and happiness. He cautions against the modern obsession with instant gratification, whether in finances, personal growth, or relationships. Many waste time seeking shortcuts to wealth, but true success requires years of consistent effort. Compounding, whether in investments, skills, or reputation, requires time. Most people give up prematurely, failing to recognize that significant results emerge after years of dedication. The most valuable things in life, financial independence, deep expertise, meaningful relationships, are built gradually. This principle also applies to decision-making. Rushing into choices, especially major ones, often leads to mistakes. Naval advises careful evaluation of opportunities and important life decisions. Instead of pursuing immediate gratification, he advocates playing the long game, trusting that patience yields greater rewards. It's about understanding that true success is built over time, not overnight. Judgment. Naval considers judgment one of the most valuable skills. Unlike knowledge, which is learned, or intelligence, which is largely innate, Good judgment comes from experience, self-awareness, and clear thinking. People with strong judgment make better decisions, leading to wealth creation, meaningful relationships, and effective navigation of life. Naval emphasizes that judgment compounds over time, benefiting those who develop it early throughout their lives. It's about honing your decision-making skills through experience and reflection. Judgment, the ability to make sound decisions based on available information, is a rare and valuable skill, according to Naval. He attributes this scarcity to the common tendency to either conform to group thinking or be swayed by emotions rather than employing reason. Independent thinking, the capacity to evaluate situations objectively without succumbing to social pressures or short-term impulses, is crucial. Effective decision-makers aren't necessarily privy to more information. They excel at discerning signal from noise and focusing on what truly matters. Judgment isn't about infallible accuracy. It's about consistently improving the odds of success. Even seasoned investors and entrepreneurs make errors, but they develop frameworks that enhance their decision-making process. Over time, this leads to significant rewards. It's about making more good decisions than bad ones and letting the positive compound over time. How to think clearly. Clear thinking is fundamental to sound judgment. However, biases, emotions, and external distractions often cloud thinking. Naval suggests self-awareness as the first step towards clarity. This involves understanding how personal biases, conditioning, and emotions influence decision-making. Cultivating clear thinking involves focusing on first principles, deconstructing problems to their fundamental truths, rather than relying on conventional wisdom or assumptions. This approach allows for objective reality assessment and the development of original solutions. Minimizing mental clutter is also crucial. Naval recommends meditation, solitude, and deep reading as methods for decluttering the mind and focusing on essential matters. It's about stripping away the unnecessary and focusing on the core issues. Shed your identity to see reality. Naval argues that attachment to personal identity is a significant impediment to clear thinking. Individuals often define themselves by beliefs, political affiliations, or social roles, hindering objective reality perception. Those overly attached to an identity become defensive when confronted with contradictory information. To improve judgment, Naval encourages detaching from rigid identities and remaining open to changing one's mind. Intellectual flexibility, the ability to update beliefs based on new evidence, is vital. The most effective thinkers can examine ideas without emotional investment. Shedding identity allows for clearer situational assessment, better decisions, and avoiding unnecessary conflict. This detachment also fosters inner peace, as the need to constantly defend beliefs diminishes. It's about being open to changing your mind when presented with new information. Learn the skills of decision-making. Good decision-making is a learnable skill. Naval suggests a systematic approach rather than impulsive reactions. Mental models, frameworks that simplify complex problems, are useful. Examples include opportunity cost, understanding trade-offs, probabilistic thinking, assessing risks and rewards, and inversion, considering potential failures to improve choices. Long-term thinking is crucial. Many poor decisions stem from prioritizing short-term gains over long-term benefits. Effective decision-makers possess patience and the ability to delay gratification. They understand that valuable outcomes require time and consistency. Knowing when to decide is also key. Naval advises against decisions under emotional distress or external pressure. Waiting for calmness and complete information is essential. Most bad decisions are impulsive reactions, not well-thought-out choices. It's about developing a structured approach to decision-making, using mental models, and considering long-term consequences. Collect mental models. Naval emphasizes mental models as crucial tools for better decision-making. These frameworks simplify complex problems, improve choices, and enhance reality perception. Instead of rote memorization, Understanding these models allows for critical thinking and knowledge application across disciplines. Effective decision-makers draw from multiple fields, including economics, physics, psychology, and philosophy. Understanding opportunity cost, economics, aids in evaluating trade-offs, while probabilistic thinking, mathematics, helps assess risks and uncertainties. Other useful models include compounding, finance, game theory, strategy, and inversion, problem solving. Naval encourages continuous expansion of one's mental model collection through studying diverse subjects and applying insights to daily life. Mastering decision-making isn't about knowing all answers, but about asking the right questions using the best models. It's about building a toolbox of mental models to navigate the complexities of life. Learn to love to read. Naval considers reading a high-leverage activity for self-improvement and success. Books contain wisdom from history's greatest minds, offering a shortcut to knowledge. Reading allows information absorption at one's own pace and revisiting complex ideas. Developing a love for reading is more important than forcing oneself through specific books. Finding enjoyable and engaging material naturally leads to more serious reading. Naval cautions that not all books are equal. He recommends focusing on timeless works containing fundamental truths rather than those tied to short-term trends. Broad reading across science, philosophy, history, and economics builds mental models and improves judgment. Reading is essential for lifelong learning, providing a continuous source of knowledge and inspiration for better decisions and clearer navigation of life. It's about cultivating a love of learning and expanding your horizons through reading. Part 2. Learning happiness. Naval views happiness not as a stroke of fortune or an inherent trait, but as a skill that can be learned and honed. He draws a parallel between training the body through exercise and training the mind for happiness, emphasizing the need for conscious effort and consistent practice. He challenges the conventional notion that happiness is a byproduct of external achievements, asserting that true happiness originates from within. It's a mindset, a way of being, not a destination to be reached. Happiness is learned. Happiness, Naval argues, isn't an automatic consequence of success, wealth, or fulfilling relationships. He observes that many high achievers experience deep unhappiness because they haven't learned the skill of contentment. He encourages actively developing happiness, rather than passively waiting for external circumstances to improve. This involves unlearning societal conditioning that equates success with fulfillment and prioritizing internal peace. He links happiness to self-awareness and mental discipline, suggesting that observing one's thoughts allows for recognizing negative patterns and changing responses to life's events. The key is training the mind to find contentment in the present moment, rather than constantly seeking something more. It's about shifting the focus from external validation to internal peace. Happiness is a choice. Naval emphasizes the volitional nature of happiness. While external factors can influence emotions, long-term happiness is a choice rooted in how individuals interpret and react to life's experiences. He notes that some of the happiest individuals aren't those with the most possessions, but those who have cultivated gratitude and a balanced perspective. He cautions against delaying happiness by tying it to future achievements. Believing happiness will arrive with a promotion, finding love, or reaching a financial goal keeps happiness perpetually out of reach. He advises choosing happiness now, irrespective of external conditions, which requires actively shifting focus from what's lacking to what's already present. It's about choosing contentment in the present moment rather than postponing it to some future ideal. Happiness requires presence. Living in the past or future rather than the present is a major obstacle to happiness. Naval argues that true happiness is only achievable when fully engaged in the present moment. Dwelling on past regrets or worrying about the future creates unnecessary suffering. He recommends meditation, mindfulness, and deep focus as essential practices for cultivating presence. Being fully absorbed in an activity, whether work, art, or conversation, fosters a sense of flow and contentment. Presence allows appreciating life as it unfolds, rather than constantly striving for something else. It's about being fully present in each moment, rather than being preoccupied with the past or future. Happiness requires peace. Naval considers happiness and peace inseparable. A restless mind consumed by worries, anxieties, and regrets cannot experience true happiness. While many seek happiness through excitement, pleasure, or stimulation, these are fleeting. Lasting happiness arises from inner stillness and a sense of calm. He explains that mental clutter, such as excessive thinking, overanalyzing, and attachment to opinions, disrupts peace. The key to happiness lies in simplifying the mind, letting go of unnecessary worries, avoiding mental overcomplication, and accepting life as it is. This requires practicing detachment and accepting uncertainty. It's about quieting the mind and finding peace within. Every desire is a chosen unhappiness. Naval offers a profound insight. Every desire is a form of self-imposed unhappiness. Wanting something creates a gap between current reality and an imagined future, causing dissatisfaction and restlessness. The more desires, the more avenues for unhappiness. He doesn't advocate eliminating all wants, but recognizing desire as a source of suffering. The constant pursuit of more, money, success, validation, prevents appreciating the present. He suggests practicing contentment by reducing desires, not increasing possessions. Those who master this principle find happiness not through having everything, but through wanting less. It's about finding contentment with what you have, rather than constantly chasing more. Success does not earn happiness. Naval challenges the common belief that success equates to happiness. Many assume that achieving financial wealth, career milestones, or social status automatically leads to happiness. However, he argues that happiness and success are independent. While external achievements offer temporary satisfaction, they don't create lasting inner peace. He observes that successful individuals often chase more, only to find happiness doesn't increase proportionally. Instead of viewing happiness as a reward for success, he encourages cultivating it as a separate pursuit. True happiness isn't something to be delayed until after achieving goals, but something to be developed alongside them. It's about recognizing that happiness is a journey, not a destination tied to external achievements. Envy is the enemy of happiness. Naval identifies envy as a major impediment to happiness. Comparing oneself to others often leads to feelings of inadequacy and dissatisfaction, even in objectively positive circumstances. Envy creates the illusion that others have a better life, causing unnecessary suffering. He argues that envy is irrational because it focuses on isolated aspects of another's life, ignoring the complete picture. Those who appear successful may also face hidden struggles. Overcoming envy involves cultivating gratitude and focusing on one's unique journey. Progress should be measured against personal growth and fulfillment, not against others. It's about running your own race, not comparing yourself to other runners. Happiness is built by habits. Happiness, according to Naval, is not a singular achievement, but a daily practice. Like physical fitness, mental well-being requires ongoing habits that reinforce a positive mindset. He views happiness as a skill strengthened through intentional routines and self-discipline. Recommended habits include mindfulness, meditation, gratitude, and reducing negative inputs like stress, toxic relationships, and excessive social media. Simplifying life, removing distractions, decluttering the mind, and focusing on essentials is also crucial. Cultivating healthy habits provides a stable foundation for happiness, rather than relying on fleeting moments of joy. It's about building a lifestyle that supports happiness, rather than chasing temporary highs. Find happiness in acceptance. Naval's philosophy emphasizes happiness stemming from accepting reality as it is. Resisting or fighting circumstances causes suffering. He explains that much misery arises from attachment to expectations, wanting things a certain way and feeling disappointed when they aren't. He encourages developing acceptance, not as resignation, but as a path to peace. This doesn't mean abandoning self-improvement, but understanding that true happiness comes from accepting the present, not constantly longing for something different. Letting go of unnecessary desires and focusing on gratitude cultivates lasting contentment. It's about finding peace with what is rather than what you wish it to be. Saving yourself. Naval believes true happiness and fulfillment arise from taking full responsibility for one's well-being. Instead of waiting for external improvements or others to provide happiness, he emphasizes self-reliance. Happiness, self-care, and mental clarity are personal responsibilities. Inner peace comes from conscious choices prioritizing personal growth, self-care, and mental resilience. It's about taking ownership of your own happiness and well-being. Choosing to be yourself. Naval stresses authenticity, living in alignment with one's true nature, not societal expectations. Conforming to external pressures for approval leads to suffering. Real freedom comes from embracing one's true self, not becoming what others expect. Authenticity requires self-awareness and courage. It means understanding one's uniqueness, values, and desired life. Naval advises letting go of fear of judgment and societal conditioning. Choosing to be oneself frees one from unnecessary stress and fosters deeper fulfillment. It's about living a life true to yourself rather than conforming to external expectations. Choosing to care for yourself. Self-care, according to Naval, is essential, not a luxury. Neglecting well-being for success or pleasing others is detrimental. Physical and mental health are the foundation for a happy and productive life. Self-care includes proper diet, exercise, rest, and emotional well-being. It extends beyond physical health to setting boundaries, managing stress, and ensuring supportive relationships and environment. Saying no to draining activities, commitments, and people is crucial. True self-care aligns with long-term well-being, not temporary relief or external validation. It's about prioritizing your well-being as a foundation for a fulfilling life. Meditation plus mental strength. Naval considers meditation a powerful tool for mental clarity and inner peace. It's a way to train the mind. Like exercise strengthens the body, meditation helps observe thoughts, reduce stress, and detach from mental chatter. The goal isn't to stop thinking, but to gain awareness of thoughts and develop detachment. Meditation builds mental resilience, enabling calm responses to challenges. Mental strength isn't about suppressing emotions, but developing a stable and peaceful mind. Consistent meditation and mindfulness cultivate inner peace, lessening the impact of external circumstances. A strong mind enables navigating life's ups and downs with grace and maintaining happiness regardless of external conditions. It's about cultivating inner peace and resilience through mindfulness and meditation. Choosing to build yourself. Naval emphasizes personal growth as a choice requiring conscious effort. Many live passively, shaped by external forces. True success and happiness come from actively building oneself. This involves continuous learning, skill development, and self-improvement. Instead of waiting for opportunities, create them by developing valuable skills, cultivating discipline, and seeking knowledge. Take responsibility for personal evolution. No one else can do it. Effort invested in self-building increases control over life and happiness. It's about taking charge of your personal growth and shaping yourself into the person you want to be. Choosing to grow yourself. Naval emphasizes lifelong growth as essential for fulfillment. He posits that stagnation breeds dissatisfaction, while continuous learning and self-expansion lead to a richer life. Growth, he argues, isn't solely about external achievements, but crucially about internal development, expanding one's mindset, improving emotional intelligence, and dismantling limiting beliefs. He encourages embracing challenges as growth opportunities, rather than avoiding discomfort. Struggles and failures, when reframed, become stepping stones for personal transformation. Curiosity, self-reflection, and adaptability are key to sustainable growth. Actively seeking growth cultivates capability, resilience, and fulfillment. It's about constantly evolving and becoming a better version of yourself. Choosing to free yourself. Freedom, in Naval's view, transcends financial or external constraints, encompassing mental and emotional liberation. Many are trapped by societal expectations, fear, and self-imposed limitations. True freedom comes from shedding unnecessary obligations, negative thought patterns, and attachments to status or material possessions. Naval advocates simplifying life, eliminating distractions, setting boundaries, and prioritizing what truly matters. He encourages detaching from external validation and living by one's own values. Freeing the mind from worries, comparisons, and artificial constraints allows for deep peace and autonomy. It's about freeing yourself from both external and internal constraints. Philosophy. Naval considers philosophy vital for understanding life's deeper questions and guiding personal decisions. Unlike external achievements like wealth or success, philosophy shapes how one perceives and experiences the world. Through reflection and self-awareness, individuals can develop a philosophy that fosters clarity, purpose, and peace. It's about developing a personal compass to navigate life's complexities. The meanings of life. Naval argues against a single, universal meaning of life. Meaning is subjective and individually created. People often seek meaning through career, relationships, achievements, or spirituality, but Naval believes it originates from within. Instead of imposing a fixed purpose, he encourages exploring life with curiosity and an open mind. Fulfillment comes not from rigid definitions, but from aligning actions with personal values and inclinations. Meaning can be found in creativity, family, intellectual pursuits, or elsewhere. There's no right or wrong answer. Each person defines meaning for themselves. It's about finding what gives your life meaning and purpose. Live by your values. Naval emphasizes that happiness and fulfillment arise from living in alignment with core values. Inner conflict occurs when pursuing goals that contradict true beliefs and desires. Instead of chasing external expectations, he advises reflecting on what truly matters and shaping life accordingly. Living by values requires self-awareness and integrity. It means making decisions based on personal principles, not societal pressure. Clarity about values leads to greater peace and confidence, freeing one from external influences and superficial pursuits. This is key to personal freedom and lasting happiness. It's about living a life that reflects your deepest values. Rational Buddhism. Naval describes his philosophy as a blend of rational thinking and Buddhist principles. He appreciates Buddhism's focus on inner peace, mindfulness, and detachment, but approaches it logically and practically, not as religious doctrine. He embraces the idea that suffering stems from attachment and desire. The more one craves, money, status, recognition, the more dissatisfaction arises. Reducing unnecessary desires and practicing detachment cultivates lasting happiness. He combines this with rationality, emphasizing balance. He doesn't advocate extreme renunciation, but a mindful approach where one enjoys success without being consumed by it. It's about finding a balance between ambition and contentment. The present is all we have. Naval stresses that the present moment is the only true reality. Most human suffering comes from dwelling on the past or worrying about the future, neither of which exists except in the mind. Peace and happiness are found only in the present. Practicing presence means fully experiencing life as it unfolds, not getting lost in regrets or anxieties. Mindfulness, meditation, and gratitude help anchor individuals in the now. Appreciating the present without constantly seeking more frees one from unnecessary suffering and fosters deeper fulfillment. It's about living fully in the present moment. Naval's recommendation. Naval strongly recommends reading as a powerful tool for personal growth, learning, and success. Books contain the wisdom of history's greatest thinkers, offering shortcuts to understanding complex ideas. His recommendations include classic and modern works by authors like Marcus Aurelius, Charlie Munger, Ayn Rand, and Richard Dawkins. He highlights books that significantly impacted his thinking, like Meditations, Marcus Aurelius, emphasizing resilience and mental strength, and Poor Charlie's Almanack, Charlie Munger, exploring practical wisdom and mental models. He believes the right books, read deeply, offer lifelong guidance and clarity. It's about using reading as a tool for lifelong learning and personal growth. And that's a wrap on The Almanack of Naval Ravikant by Eric Jorgenson. If you found these insights valuable, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. I'd love to hear your biggest takeaways in the comments below. See you in the next one with much love and gratitude.